Hello girls and boys. In this video we will talk about how to break in a pipe, and after watching it I'm pretty sure that you will be pretty clear in two methods that I am using how to break in your brand new pipe. And on top of this I will give you one tip at the end of this video. How to break in your pipe even faster. So stay tuned until the end of the video. I'm Daniel Mustran, I'm pipe maker from Croatia. Welcome to my channel. So, you got yourself a brand new pipe. Great. But how to break in the pipe? There are several methods of breaking in the pipe. I'm personally using two of them. It depends actually upon the pipe itself. When you buy a pipe, you can buy a pipe that has a tobacco chamber covered, blackened, and you can buy a so-called virgin pipe that has a clear inside of the chamber, like this one has. It's not blackened, it's clear. This little guy I made yesterday, it has a really nasty crack. I tried to remove the first crack by removing some material on sides, and that's why I have this interesting shape. But then I stumbled on this one, so I figured, okay, since I have a brand new pipe that I haven't bought but I made it for myself, I can show you how to break in the pipe. So to make things even worse for the pipe, I didn't want to cover the inside. I want to start with the pipe as a virgin pipe, so no protection on the wood. So if you have a pipe that has thick walls, that is massive in wall thickness. Personally, I don't want to break in the pipe in any particular way. I just stuff the tobacco into the chamber, not right to the top, because I don't want to char the top of the chamber. I just want to leave it nice and clear, and I light the tobacco and smoke it like it's braked in. So I don't have any particular method, I just use it from day one. This is probably because I'm a pipe maker, and my idea of making a pipe is that a pipe has to hold and has to perform from day one. From my point of view, breaking in the pipe is not necessary with my pipes, because I try to make them all the time in a way that they have to perform. So that's why I'm abusing my pipes, and that's why I'm probably the worst master, worst owner of my pipes on planet Earth, but that's okay, they have to hold, you know. On the other hand, if you have a pipe that has really thin walls, that you are almost worried if the pipe will hold the smoking, especially for the first couple of times, then you might wanna, and especially if you paid an arm and a leg for a pipe, then you might wanna think about using another method that I'm using to start a new pipe, and that is stuff a little bit of tobacco on the bottom, like half of the bowl, and smoke a couple of times. After that, when you have a really decent charring on the bottom of the chamber, you want to move and fill the chamber a little bit more, like 2/3, couple of times. And after you are done with 2/3 couple of times, you want to fill the bowl to the top or just below the top, so that you don't char the rim. So with that method you can really easily make a protective layer inside the chamber and your pipe will be breaked in. So I don't want to use any additional things, like people are saying that you want to lick your finger and go inside the chamber, or maybe use water or something. I don't use that on my pipes. Why? If they are virgin pipes, they are usually not sanded smooth inside. I don't want to sand my pipes really smooth inside, because I want to have a little bit of the surface that is rough inside. Why? In my opinion, it helps to produce a protective layer a bit faster. So I'm not smoothing my pipes inside. They are pretty rough for a reason, okay? But if you have a pipe that is virgin pipe, really smooth inside, you might want to lick your finger and just do a little thing with your saliva inside the chamber. You can do that. You can do another thing. You can use maybe an alcohol, but beware of that. I will tell you why. You can use a little bit of alcohol maybe on your finger and just go inside the chamber to a little bit lift up the particles of the wood, the strings of the wood, and in that way you will produce actually a little bit of a rough surface that will allow you to make the protective layer a bit faster. What you wanna do with alcohol, or what you don't want to do with alcohol, is that you don't want in any way be close to the stain of the pipe on the rim. If you touch the stain of the pipe on the rim with alcohol, you will ruin the stain. So be careful when you are using alcohol. Alcohol is a nasty thing, and also be careful when you are cleaning your pipe not to touch the stains or the outside of the pipe with alcohol. That will ruin the pipe, probably, if not if it's made with natural staining, with natural waxes and stuff like that. Another thing is you can use bare water. You know, if you have a virgin pipe like this, you can just use a little bit of water on your finger or saliva. It will work. And you don't have to, you know, that's an option. You don't have to do it. You can do it, you don't have to do it. So my recommendations to conclude everything, if you have a thick walled pipe, if you have pipe made by me, I cannot talk about other pipe makers, but if you have my pipe, or if you have a thick walled pipe, in my opinion, you don't have to necessarily break in the pipe. I will not do that. I will just start smoking it right away. I started with every one of my pipes, I started smoking it right away, right to the top, or almost to the top, just below it, so that I don't ruin, as I said, the rim. So that's for the thick walled. If you have thin walled pipe, you maybe want to consider half of the chamber, 2/3, and then full couple of times until you develop the protective layer inside of the chamber. If you have a pipe that is really smooth sanded inside, maybe you want to lick your finger and do the thing with saliva, or do a little bit, put a little bit of water on your finger and go inside. Alcohol is the nastiest thing, and don't use alcohol that is like brandy or something that has some taste in it. If you want to use alcohol, use ethylene alcohol, or use vodka, for example, that doesn't have a taste of its own, sort of. So, but I would, in my personal opinion, I would avoid alcohol if you don't want to ruin the pipe. So, without further ado, let's light this bad boy. I'm really happy she has that crack, because I have a pretty pipe and it's really light. A little bit about this pipe: it has a Chris Kelly stem combined with Elfarin Yuma black, and has a first class quality of briar with insane grain, bird's eyes and lines and everything is where it should be. Unfortunately, what it shouldn't be here is that nasty crack over there. So I don't mind. I will smoke it with you know, joy. Okay, let's fill it up. Right now I'm using Cornell and Deal because I have it opened. It's opening night. This little girl, beautiful tobacco. I was talking about that tobacco with a friend of mine that is more into Cornell and Deal, and he confirmed me that the tobacco is insane. It really is. So I'm planning to get some more of this because it really tastes wonderful, and it smokes pretty okay when you get it started, because it's a flake, so you need to get it started. Okay, bowl is filled up. See, not right to the top, just below it, because when you start charring the top layer of the tobacco, it will rise, as you know. So let's light it up. I think I got myself my favorite new shop pipe. It's really nice. And I love the feel of that stem in my mouth. I made it a little bit thinner, not so wide. And in my opinion, and look at the color, it's really beautiful. That's a Chris Kelly Cumberland Blue, I think. Not sure about the name, but it's a beautiful material. I think I will have to make few of these this thin. I love this, and it's also very narrow in compared to maybe other bulldogs, and maybe even make it even thinner, like here in this part, because from what I can see it's a little bit thicker. I could go a little bit thinner. That's what I will try. Very nice smoker, very nice. I will show you at the end. I will finish the bowl and I will show you at the end. The charring, if you fill the pipe right to the top, the charring will start first at the top layers of the bowl, and then at the end it will be charring the bottom. So you will need a little bit more time maybe to develop the full layer, protective layer, although my pipes that I have in my collection, usually I don't allow them to char a lot, to develop that protective layer that is really thick. I like to clean them. I don't leave the protective layer there that much. They develop with time, but it's really thin, you know. Beautiful. Really nice. Look at it. I'm so sad that she didn't turn out right, because here you have so many bird's eyes, and on the bottom too, and you can see the lines. I can see it on the screen. Beautiful material, unfortunately, or fortunately for me. So, when you are done smoking a pipe, when you want to build your cake inside the chamber a bit faster, there is one trick a friend of mine has taught me a few years back, and that is to take a pin, or in my case a drill bit. Use whatever you have. And you stir the ashes a little bit, okay, before you toss it out. And what you want to do is cover the opening of the chamber and shake a little bit, and try to cover the whole chamber with ashes. And when you are done, you can toss the ashes away. Okay, so when you toss it out, the leftovers of the ashes inside the chamber, they will look like this. Those leftovers and the ashes that will be sticking on the walls of the chamber will actually, during time, start to build your cake a little bit faster. So that is a trick I learned from a friend that really liked to have a thick cake on his pipes. I personally don't do it, because I clean my pipes all the way, and I don't allow them to develop a really hard cake and thick cake. So if you want to build a cake faster, you can do that. Just stir the ashes, cover the top, shake it, remove the ashes, and leave the rest inside the chamber, and do that couple of times. Okay, so guys, if you like this video, please tell a friend about it. You can hit those buttons down there for more content, and yeah, let me know if you have some questions, if you have some suggestions in the description. I would love to hear that. And have fun. Bye bye for now.